today's video is going to be very special because trust me. Sorry about that. I almost just died. See, the aliens up there above the house, they don't want me showing you these videos. So it's going to be a really cool one today. You're going to be questioning everything later on. Make sure to like this video, and I really hope you enjoy it.
This is why I've said the dates that they are giving us are incorrect. We used to have 13 months, 28 days, and 1 day of rest, even in the Bible. So look, we have 13 lunar cycles of 28 days, 13 zodiac signs. Every turtle shell you'll find, 13 sections in the middle, and 28 notches along the side, all to keep us disconnected from these natural cycles of our realm. Listen to David Straight explain it more.
Our calendar is not quite right. We're supposed to have 13 months of 28 days, with one day, the day of resurrection, Easter, as a neutral day. That's our 365 days. We've actually got 13 constellations, not 12. This same calendar is very close to the Mayan calendar, but it's also very close to several ancient Sanskrit calendars. What does sept mean? Seven. I thought that was the 9th month. What does oct mean? What does nov mean? What does dec mean? It's supposed to be the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th month. Jan is 11. Feb is 12. March is 13. April is our first month. Babies are born in the spring, the 1st of April, Easter. This is the start of our new year, is start of spring, when the flowers start coming up, the grass starts coming up, the trees start leafing out, the babies are born. That's the first day. Our neutral day, day one, the day we rest and celebrate the resurrection, the new beginning, the beginning of Christ.
Right, I know this is going to sound really strange, but I just thought April Fool's Day, is that them fooling us because we don't know the first day of the year? Have I just figured it out? Honestly, let that sink in. Is April Fool's Day because they fooled us not knowing the first day of the year? Put that on a t-shirt, mate. Anyway, leave me a comment what you think about that. And it is strange. And maybe this is why our weather doesn't really coincide with the months anymore. Everything just feels a bit off. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can join the best tinfoil hat community on YouTube, alright? So if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I wonder what happened to that boat and the person, the captain of that boat. I don't know why I get so scared of looking at stuff underwater, like deep water. Obviously not on a paddling pool, all right, before you take the mick out of me. But if you're in the sea and you can't see the bottom, nah, see ya. I'm getting out. I'm going to stick in, I'm staying in the shallows with my armbands on.
I'm telling y'all, they always hide the truth in plain sight.
Sure is. Make a deal with me, kid. You can have the car and everything that goes along with it. So what do you say?
Two things. That's a Freemason sign ring. And, wait a minute, that's obviously the devil.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get more obvious than that video. The devil can tempt you of anything of the world, but we need to understand that anything of the earth can't fulfill us. So we need to look past it. The only thing that matters is the people we love and our health. That's it. But you see that ring he's wearing? At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a very crazy story of my own about me meeting the devil in a casino. And this happened to me a long time ago. But if you're interested in hearing that story, watch until the end and I'll share it.
Okay, you ready for the list? Fast mutating viral disease pandemics. Genetically developed vaccines. DNA database tracking. DNA chips. Get this one. 1997. Gene-based pharmaceuticals. Transmitting genetic instructions for a disease process. How about this one? You ready for it? Wait for it. Artificial intelligence to determine gene patterns. 27 years ago, who had heard about AI? Apparently they had. How about this one? Robots for doing genome sequencing. And then, this one blew me away. Using recombinant DNA for making spike proteins. 1997? It gets even worse. Smart homes. They have a whole chapter on smart homes / smart cities. This one will absolutely floor you. It did me. In 1997, and this is, you can do the word search and research yourself. They predicted, not 2025, but by 2020, that people would be working from home virtually. Oh, come on. Nuclear devices causing widespread contamination. Nanotech devices. This stuff was never even heard of. Digital currency. And last but certainly not least, vaccination programs. I'm sorry, I got to chuckle, because if I don't, I'll cry. Vaccination programs run by organizations like the World Health Organization for a global killer that has yet to emerge.
That's crazy. Who wrote that paper? Maybe it was a bloke that looked like him writing it back in 1997. I mean, how did he know? And it's quite scary that all that thing has come to pass. But what I would do to go back in time to like the 80s, I know a lot of you are commenting about it, that the old times were the good times, you know, and if I could build a time machine, I would go back, not forward. I would go back to the 80s, buy a candy red convertible, you know, and just smoke a cigar, wear a top hat and chill.
This is the track for the dark ride that used to be for Brer Rabbit, which is what this ride was, and this is disgusting. It's in Wales in the UK, and all of the animatronics in here are rotting, and this one in particular that's submerged in this bath water that looks like chocolate milk is haunting my nightmares. Here's some other photos. This dude is sitting on the toilet for all of eternity. That must be embarrassing. God, there's something so off-putting about these. Apparently the only way into the ride, which urban exploration people use, do not do this, but you have to go through this, like, area in, like, the woods in the middle of nowhere to get to this. I think this is what Bro looked like when he was functional, because there's, like, the bubbles and all of this. But here's another photo of it abandoned. God, this is so creepy. I hate this. Watch this little urban exploration video that I saw and let me know what you're thinking. And what do you think about this ride? And does this scare you to know that this is somewhere in the middle of the dark, in the woods, just this animatronic sitting in water like this? This is gross.
I mean, it's so creepy to know that it's just sat out there in the middle of the woods. Sat there right now as we speak. Those things are sat in those bathtubs. And imagine the smell in there. And I'm surprised it's still there. I'm surprised people ain't taking it and put it on eBay. Right, so that pink fog has appeared all over Florida. So if anyone's watching that lives in Florida that knows, comment down below, because why is your sky pink? Why is your city turned into Vice City? Leave me a comment down below, because that ain't normal, is it? Unless Godzilla's knocking about, why is the sky gone purple?
In this video? Now you can't tell me this ain't sus.
Wait, I'm confused. Where'd the video bar go?
I thought we were watching a press conference, but it's a video?
Yeah, it was
And
video
their
bars.
video clicks are shown on the screen, dog. Somebody needs to explain that, because this is very sus. Very sus. Something's wrong.
Yeah, wait. The government's hiding something from us. They're hiding the aliens.
Someone's got to answer to that one, because we can't trust them.
Do some of you feel like we're literally living in the Truman Show, where everything is just scripted? Everything seems fake. You know, and I've always been someone that questions everything. I was called the tinfoil hat kid in school, in primary school, in secondary school, in college. I mean, it didn't even look real. I mean, look at it. Those stairs look like AI. The people look like AI. You know, that could be a green screen, pre-recorded. You know, it's just, it feels like the world is a stage.
You think it's a coincidence that the golden ratio 1.618 appears everywhere in existence? Because it is the spiral of galaxies, it is in the unfolding of the fern, it was used to build ancient temples, and it's even in our DNA. It's in the curve of the seashell, and it's in the rhythm of our heartbeats. Do you think that is a coincidence? Here's what people don't know about this. Since ancient Greece, there has been a mathematical problem that no one could solve, which is squaring the circle, because p is an irrational number that never ends. That is why it's impossible to make a square in a circle that have the exact same area. The ancients understood that this is not just a mathematical mystery, this is a spiritual truth, because the infinite cannot be contained by the finite. So this is the unsolvable mathematical problem. But then came Leonardo da Vinci, who revealed something extraordinary, because through the golden ratio, he was able to show that the golden ratio is the connection of the square and the circle. But instead of showing the golden ratio as a spiral, he showed the golden ratio as a human being, because our body proportions are the golden ratio. The interesting part here is that the square has always been the symbol of the material realm. The square is the three-dimensional world, and the circle has always been used to symbolize the divine, God, the infinite. So the crazy connection here, the message is, this image shows that the connection between the material realm and God, the divine, is us. We are the square meeting the circle, the finite touching the infinite. And maybe that is the reason why this number keeps appearing everywhere, because it's the universe trying to remind us of who we are. You are the divine pattern learning to recognize itself.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I didn't understand a clue what was going on. I got to be honest. I'm too dumb for this stuff, all right? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't know. So just let me know. One thing I can talk about is how crazy that we get people like Da Vinci that were so ahead of their time. They were so smart. They were able to figure these things out with limited things and limited, resources.
A new planet has been discovered and scientists say nothing about it is normal. It was found by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, and when first spotted, researchers were in awe of its unusual lemon shape. The planet has been labelled bizarre because it has the mass of the Sun, but is only the size of a city on Earth. It's also just 1 million miles from its star, whereas Earth is 100 million miles away from the Sun. So for this little lemon planet, 1 year is just 7.8 hours.
Flipping heck, those aliens are opening Christmas presents up every 8 hours. Didn't they just did Pluto dirty, because Pluto's not a planet, but that planet there, the lemon one, is a planet. I bet Pluto's fuming about that. We need to go there. We need to figure out what's going on there. I mean, them aliens have got to be happy, isn't they? They get their birthday every 8 hours. They get Christmas every 8. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, there looks like there's a big wave coming on it. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that?
It might just
Oh my god, it's coming in hot. Oh my god! It's a tsunami! It's a tsunami, ChatGPT! Oh my god, it's huge! God! It just broke through the windows! Lisa, she's drowning! Lisa! It's okay, follow me. I'm gonna make you follow me, come on. We're almost there, Lisa.
You've got this. Just keep calm and remember I'm here if you need any reassurance.
Well, there you have it. AI is completely useless. You got a flipping tsunami coming towards you, and they're just like, "Don't panic. That does look like a big wave." So someone needs to figure out. Why didn't you call emergency services or something? Why didn't the AI do that? Right. So I got to the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you the story about how I think actually I met the devil in a casino. Right. So I'm going to tell you the story, and you can tell me if you think I'm right or not. So it was about 10 years ago, and I was going through addiction at the time. My viewers know this, my subscribers know this, and if you're new here, I'm a Christian now, but I wasn't 10 years ago, and I was addicted to gambling and drugs. I had a drinking problem. I was a mess 10 years ago. Just going to be honest, I was a mess. And I was in a casino about... It must have been about midnight, 1 a.m. I was broke. I had no money, and I was sat at the roulette table because they would give free drinks. Hard times. So I was sat at the roulette table. It wasn't betting. I was just there drinking with my brother. My brother was there, and we'd lost all our money in our overdrafts, and we were sat there, and this guy appears. A guy in an old man. He must have been about 60, between 60 and 65. Was wearing an all black suit, and he just appeared from behind us. So he was walking towards the table, and he sort of appeared, and he put his arms around us. So we were sat like this, side by side, and this guy came between us, put his arms around us like this, put his head between us, and went, "All right, boys, what number?" And I remember saying to him, "Mate, I'm not going to tell you because I've lost all my money." That's what I said to him. And he said, "Go on, pick a number. Pick a number." And I said again, I said, "Mate, we're not telling you, we've lost all our money." And he said 24 black. It was 20 something black. He was so sure, right? And he put max bet. He said max bet. And we were like, "Man, this guy's crazy. That's like 1 in 30, 33, 32 chance, you know?" So the dealer put the max bet, the chips were like this. Guess what happened? Came through. And the dealer put the pin on top of and I was jaw down here. I couldn't believe it, right? And I remember turning around to look at him because I was in shock. Came through, and he had a massive skull and bones ring. He had a big silver skull ring here with bones on it. And I don't know what it was, but this bloke's energy was just something off. And we both felt it before he did that. When he just came in straight to our table. "All right, boys, we're gonna bet." Bang. Got the bet. How do you do that? Extreme luck or what else? But the next bit is the really creepy bit. So I noticed the ring, and I already knew what that was. And he looked at us, and he put his arms around us again, and he said, "If there's anything you need, boys, you know where to find me." Yeah, exactly. And he got 2 5-pound chips like this, and he flipped them with his thumbs. I know. I swear to you, this is the truth. Right? I know it sounds like out of a film. He got 2 5-pound chips. They were red and green, and he went like this. He flipped them, and they landed right in front of us. And he left. And I said to the dealer, I said, "Who was that?" And he was like, he was in here last night, and he won 50 grand on poker. But when he won the max bet, I can't remember the amount. It was like 4,000 or 5,000, maybe £6,000. He didn't react. He was more interested in me and my brother. It was crazy. Yeah, that's the story. Let me know your comments down below. But it was the fact that he knew what the number was coming in, the skull and bones ring, the black suit, the saying to us, you know where I am if you need anything, and the flipping the money at us. The whole thing was just weird. So if you made it to the end and listened to that story, comment down below what you think. And, you know, man, I've had a crazy life. I've had a lot of strange experiences, but that's one of them. And if you had told me 10 years ago that I would be here making YouTube videos, right, and I believe in Jesus Christ, I would have laughed in your face. I've had a crazy life, guys. And if you're currently going through addiction and hard times, you will get through it. I've gone from literally the worst of the worst. In that moment, I had nothing. No money. I had addiction problems, gambling problem. I had the devil pulling up on me. You know? He was there at my worst. Now, where I am now, and I have faith. I have faith in Jesus, and I have a relationship with Jesus. My whole life is completely changed. So yeah, I've been in dark places. Believe me. Believe me. So keep going, keep fighting. If you're struggling, keep going. You know, don't ever give up. And comment down below what you think about that story. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.